friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome. Thank you so very much for joining me. This is Weekend Updates, and in Weekend Updates we talk about what's happened since the last week in the craft room, in the backyard, crafting and relaxing life. Well, clearly a lot has changed in the last week. So first, let me tell you how last weekend sort of went, and then I'll tell you about this guy. Okay. There's definitely a bloopers reel from this video, and I'll fill you in on that at the end. And I'm wondering if you notice what's different. I don't know if the camera angle's wide enough for you to tell. Anyway, we'll talk about that at the end. So last weekend, I almost didn't make an updates video. Saturday morning, I was sitting around and I thought, well, what the heck? But I just wasn't sure my spirits were in the right place yet. Then Sunday morning, I got up and I was drinking my coffee crazy early, and I was looking online, and there were these paper racks about half hour or 40 minutes away for 12 by 12 for $50. And they were tall, the white kind that would look great in my craft room. And so I thought, So I messaged the lady and asked, hey, is this available? And I was messaging with Noni and Andrea about it, but Noni wasn't up yet. Then I realized the lady was having a garage sale. I saw other ads and looked at her seller. Always look at their seller profile and see what they have going on before you message them, because there might be something you want more. When I saw the profile and the sale, the item I had asked her about was actually my favorite one, but she had some other good stuff. So I had messaged her and said I could come down when my husband wakes up, or maybe tomorrow, because I had Monday off too. And I figured it would be kind of heavy for me to lift. So that was early morning. Then we went down there, we went to her garage sale, we chit-chatted. We had plans to craft all day. Andrea and Noni and I did. Mr. Crafting and Relaxing and I had plans to go to an event in Portland at a friend's house, about 3 or 4, full day, busy. So we're sitting around, we're relaxing. I'm supposed to be cleaning up my craft room to make room for Andrea and Noni. And I get a phone call from an out of area, probably wouldn't have answered it normal. I was a little intrigued and I was going to blow the person off. I thought it was going to be spam. And what it was a call to foster a dog. Because the day before, I had decided that, yes, my heart was broken and maybe I didn't have the room in it, but my house had the room. I have dog beds, I have a crate, I have a dog door, I have a backyard, I have leashes, dog bowls, right? It just didn't make sense to have all those resources and have been so blessed and not share them. So I put in this application. Mr. Crafting and Relaxing was golfing, and when he got home I told him, and he was not against it, but it said it'll take a couple days or it'll be a home visit. That I didn't think much of it. So 10 a.m., will you foster this dog? I said, what's the situation? She said, he's in a house where the other dog or dogs don't like him. He's having a little bit of trouble with toddlers, and he needs a break so he can recover from a terrible allergic reaction. Maybe fleas, maybe something in his food. Sometimes when they're it's a hot mess, you can't figure out why. So, okay. And by then I had put it on speaker so Mr. Crafting and Relaxing could hear. And we got off the phone and we thought about it for a long time. And would this mean we had to change our whole day? All the dog stuff had been put away. So we thought about it, and Mr. Crafting and Relaxing kind of explained to me that the timing, if I didn't say yes, the dog wasn't going to get airlifted out of the situation. He wouldn't be rescued by this rescue if I didn't say yes. And so I thought about it and we said yes. And then I thought, well, I have to go back in and clean up my craft room to make room for my friends anyway. And Noni came over and helped, and we turned it back into a dog room. And when you first bring a dog home, you want to proof everything so they're successful. So the room how Wilson and I used it was not set up for a new dog that may or may not eat plastic, paper, fabric, ribbon, lace, all of that. So Noni and I began lifting things off the floor. I couldn't have a stack of old books on the floor, right? You're puppy proofing essentially. And this guy, sweetie, why don't you come over here so they can see you? You're going night-night? Come here. Oh, we can wake up the puppy. He is not an old dog. Yeah, come over here so they can see you. You don't even know you're supposed to be on camera. Come here. Come on. Over here is where we're doing treats. His medicine makes him a little bit sleepy, and I just gave it to him like an hour or two ago. Come here. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Yes. So his name is Star. He is 13 months old. I am fostering him. He does have a place in my heart, but I'm not sure he has a permanent place in my home. I think he should go somewhere where he maybe has another pet to live with or a little higher energy household. He loves the tiny cat, and she hates him. She hissed at him the minute he walked in the door. She hasn't come down the hall since, and when I forget and leave the gate open, he runs down there and says hi, and she hisses. So he is recovering from his allergic reaction, probably to fleas. Terrible, terrible dandruff. We're doing baths and playing in the pool and pouring pitchers of water on him. He walks easy on the leash. He is ridiculously house trained. He is the only dog I've ever seen stop in the middle of dinner to go outside and pee, because his medicine, his anti-itch medicine, it causes frequent urination, and it's pretty urgent. So, he says, I'm so good. I'm doing so good. And I have a squishy face, and there's a touch of puppy. One of my shoes was out on the lawn yesterday. We talked about that. And he got into something when I wasn't looking. Got some hot sauce packets that were in a weird place. Didn't puncture them, but he had them. And he loves to fetch, but he needs a little bit of supervision with toys, because even if it says lifetime guarantee, dude can destroy it in 15 minutes. But he has the most beautiful blue eyes. The most beautiful, yes. Yes, and you can play with his face, and he'll just kiss you. Yes. So this is Star. He's been here almost a week, and I don't know how long he'll be here. He needs to finish his meds. He needs another trip or two to the vet. So just kind of depends on when someone says, I need him. I am located in Salem, Oregon. He is Hope's Haven. You can look at Hope's Haven. I'll put their website online, and you can see him under our hopefuls. So if you're in the Salem area and you think, I need a 53-pound adorable dog, then that's how you get him. Don't put any negative comments about people who give up their dogs, or negative, I'll delete them all. This dog was given up because people wanted a better life for him, and he didn't fit into their homes. In one case, it was the living situation had changed and the pet couldn't be there. And in the other situation, the dog in the home didn't like him. He has a little owie on his head that's healing too. Clearly, she didn't like him. So that's what's going on with him. And he's adorable, isn't he? He's pretty cute. He is crate trained. He sleeps in his crate at night. He wants to sleep in our bed with us, wants to be on the furniture. But the tiny cat, Miss Sadie, she's elderly and she gets dibs on the bed. So he has to be crate trained, which I think is better for him to adapt to a transfer anyway. Right, buddy? Yeah. He says, oh, I'm so high maintenance. I'm so much work. Yeah. It has been a change for Mr. Crafting and Relaxing and I, because we're not used to this level of easy. We don't know how it works. We're used to anxiety dogs. We are giving him the structure that an anxiety dog would need. You sit and ask to come in, and you ask for things, and you get permission before you get on furniture and that kind of thing, which I think sets him up great. He's learning sit. He has a ways to go on down. He'll come when you call his name, because I lost him yesterday and freaked out, and I don't know, he was somewhere in the house. So he's a good baby, huh? Are you a good baby? Yeah. He is kind of a puppy though. I mean, he needs a little supervision, and we'll get into stuff. He was chewing on blankets, but I realized he was just reorganizing them. He doesn't like them all smoothed out. He likes them, in a pile. Yeah. So as far as crafting goes, I am working on my July daily, and surprisingly, I wasn't sure I would want to journal this month. I think it's been good for me, and I only have 2 days that I'm behind, and I'm gonna go in the craft room and find a journaling card for one and decorate the back of the journaling card for the other. I went to write on it and I thought, I don't like the way this is. So doing pretty well there. I haven't gone through and embellished it. Like, I'm gonna go in the craft room and open up all the red, white, and blue bins and go crazy, gluing stars on and things like that. Maybe stamping too. And my small paper pad is almost done. You know when you get down to that end part and it's papers you don't love, and it's a Jen Hadfield collection where they don't all match? I don't know. I might just show you what I have left and say I'm done. I'm not sure what else I'm working on. It is a lot of work. Those of you who have been potty training or getting new dogs, it's a lot of work to get a new dog, isn't it? But it's totally worth it. I'm glad that I opened up my home, and I don't think he's going to stay here long term. You guys will have to see. The term is foster failure when you keep them. But I think I'd rather help dogs get adopted and do the high maintenance stuff. He had 2 appointments, 2 days. So an appointment the second day we had him, an appointment the third day we had him, medicine twice a day, special bath. I mean, a lot of work for an active family, but I can put all that in and then help him get adopted. And he's pretty good during the day. A little bit of anxiety, but he has a room and he hangs out, right? I don't crate him when I leave. And he's going back to sleep. He's not an early bird. He's just not. And I'm curious to see what he's like when the medicine is done. We have decreased the dosage, but he still has like 10 days of medicine. Okay, I think that's it for today. Now I'm going to tell you what happened during this video. Okay, at the beginning of this video, my beautiful blue coffee cup from Tanisha was sitting right here. And the handle, turns out, was pointed towards me so I could grab it and drink coffee, and I had just refilled it. It was a great, fresh, hot cup of coffee. And when I got up to check and make sure that I was in film, which I haven't really done right now, or on screen, I spilled it. I bumped it, poured the whole thing out. I mean, a lot of coffee. Got it on my July daily, poured it across the table, which is slats, so it rained through the metal onto the brand new rug, which seems to have fared just fine. And this guy just watched the whole thing. He didn't freak out.
Yeah, that wasn't your fault.
Then I had to clean that up. So the camera didn't catch the actual spill, but I might show you a few clips of it. My rear end got in a lot of it, so I won't show you all that. But it was quite a mess. So that was our blooper for today. Usually they aren't that exciting, and sorry I didn't catch the spill, but it was giant. And that's why I didn't have any coffee during this video, because I decided I probably shouldn't try again. So you didn't get to see the beautiful cup from Tanisha, but trust me, it's awesome. All right, I want to show you that paper rack. So I'm going to put in a clip right now so you can see it. Hopefully this week I'm going to figure out how to do it. I didn't set it up because I think it will go on the floor, and he was brand new and I didn't want to have a big rack of paper. But if I'm going to foster, and of course that's going to be my dog room, maybe that's not a good idea for me. So maybe I'll set it up on something. But I'll show you what I picked up. I also got a bunch of stamping blocks. I got stamping blocks, an inch of paper, and that rack for $50. Okay, thanks so much for watching. I hope you're taking time for crafting and relaxing. And I'll have the video for the small pad and then maybe one other one this week. Bye-bye.